Hey guys, welcome to part 2. So, the cargo operations have commenced and you are on cargo watch in the port. Or maybe it is more correct to say port watch, because various port activities can take place while the ship is moored in the port. If you are going to work on small feeder vessels with their own cranes, in addition to the previous video, it should be said that the ship's crew, before starting cargo operations, should usually remove the fasteners from these cranes and swing the booms out to seaside if they are not going to be used for cargo operations. In addition, these vessels have ship spreaders, which are usually stored on top of containers. Check whether they need to be removed or not. So, let's take a look at what you'll likely have to do during cargo operations. Check and record to port logbook how many gearboxes have been discharged from the ship. Gearbox is a kind of platform where bins with twist locks are stored and distributed to shore stevedores to collect twist locks from unloading containers and put them in loading containers. Usually gearboxes are discharged all ashore, but it depends on how many of them needed to be discharged. So, you should know how many gearboxes are on board, how many bins are in each gearbox, and their location on the ship. Gearboxes are usually the first thing that is discharged from the ship and the last thing that is loaded on board. Check that discharging and loading is being carried out in accordance with the discharging and loading plan approved by the chief officer. Sometimes changes may be made to the plan, so if something does not go according to plan, inform the chief officer. Check that the correct DG containers and reefer containers have been unloaded and loaded into the correct positions, according to the plan. In addition to the loading plan, the chief mate gives you a list of DG containers with their number, class and stowage position, and a list of reefer containers with the number, temperature to be set and stowage position of each container. All of these should be verified. DG containers must have the appropriate DG class label on each side. The reefer must be plugged in and working properly. You can learn how to determine the position of containers on a container ship in the video, Bay Plan, on our channel. Oversized containers are checked in the same way. The list of oversized containers is also given by the chief mate. Usually not many of them are loaded, but in most cases, the chief mate requires a very thorough check of them even before loading. You may be asked to check how well the oversized cargo is secured, whether there are enough securing straps, whether the securing straps are well fastened, whether they are tight, and whether there is no damage on them. Finally, everything must be photographed. Check that the loaded containers have cones and twist locks in accordance with the lashing plan that is also available on the ship. When the hold is fully loaded and the hatch cover is to be closed, check that the top containers are stowed correctly and will not be damaged by the hatch cover. As a rule, the containers should be below the row numbers drawn between the cell guides, indicating that the hatch cover can be loaded safely. The deck officer should normally always monitor the closing of the hatch covers, because various damages can occur during the closing of the hatch covers, like damages to the lashing bridge, safety railings, turnbuckles secured on the lashing bridge, containers. Also, the hatch cover may not be closed completely and correctly. Therefore, the fact of correct closing of the hatch cover shall be checked and recorded in the port logbook. If the duty officer cannot be present for any reason, there shall be a duty AB, who shall report to the duty officer when the hatch covers are closed. Actually, checking for damages is also one of the common things during cargo operations. If in ports with gantry cranes it does not happen that often, in ports where the mobile cranes are used, it usually happens 100% of the time. So, usually if some damage has happened to containers, to ship structures, to cell guides, to ship's lashing equipment, you have to inform about that the foreman, inform the chief mate, you have to make, or the chief mate will make a damage report and take a signature from the foreman. Sometimes it's problematic to do, because any damage is a lot of money for the port. But if they don't take responsibility for the damage, it will be a lot of money for the ship. So everybody has to be informed and everything has to be documented in time. This is mainly for the containers that will be loaded on board. When the damaged containers have been discharged and it is obvious that it is not the port's fault, in most cases the foreman will make a damage report and bring it to the chief mate for signature. If the damage is minor, the chief mate may instruct you to sign these reports with a note such as, "Discharged as loaded." There also can be a malfunction of reefer containers. You usually check reefer containers during loading and connecting to the ship power. If the container does not work, check another socket. If the socket does not work, notify the ship's electrician. If the container is the problem, notify the foreman and call the port reefer technicians. In some ports it is also a problem, or may take a long time until someone comes on board to check the reefers. In this case, report the problem to the ship's electrician and the chief mate. Leaving a refrigerated container unattended can be very costly. So guys, this is basically what you might encounter during cargo operations. In the next video, let's see some other port activities you may do in the port. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.